When someone says, let's impose tariffs on foreign imports, it looks like they're doing the patriotic thing by protecting American products and jobs. And sometimes for a short while it works, but only for a short time. But over the long run, such trade barriers hurt every American worker and consumer.
Well, that is a portion of the anti-tariff commercial that Canada is running here in the United States until tomorrow. They want to capitalize on the Blue Jays and the Dodgers World Series and all the people that are watching that. The ad, the Reagan Foundation says, takes President Reagan's words right out of context. The ad that caused Trump to call off the trade talks here with Canada. The ad that has cost Canada an increase here in tariffs, another 10%. Trump fired this off here on Truth Social. He says Canada was caught red-handed putting up a fraudulent advertisement on Ronald Reagan's speech on tariffs. It continues. And Ronald Reagan loved tariffs for the purposes of national security and the economy, but Canada said he didn't. Their advertisement must be, or was to be taken down immediately, but they left it run last night during the World Series, knowing that it was a fraud. Because of their serious misrepresentation of the facts, I am increasing the tariff on Canada by 10% over and above what they are paying now. That will certainly hurt a lot of Canadians that are already upset with these tariffs that are already in place. Let's dig into this. Global business consultant Hilary Forwich, and from Canada, Michael A. Charbon, host of the Charbon Report. Great to have you here. Hilary, I'll start with you. Additional 10% tariff on Canada. I mean, they're already hurting up there. Many of them are upset. Your thoughts?
Oh, yes. Pleasure to be back with you again, John. I'm with Michael, but a few things here. One thing the Canadians have not done, they have not read The Art of the Deal. Basically, this is the art of the idiotic, because what they haven't done is they haven't worked in the manner that President Trump wants to work, which is to the benefit of the U.S. What they're actually doing, not only have they been detrimental to the U.S. for so many years with what they've done to American farmers, what they've done to American exports to America, but we are 3/4 of all of their exports, and all they're doing is alienating President Trump. They're making it tougher for themselves, tougher for Canadians, and this is not going to be good for their economy. Not just because I was English born, I'm an American by choice, but look what the British did. Sir Keir Starmer is completely diametrically opposed politically to President Trump. However, the British did the right thing. They did it expeditiously. They got the lowest tariff rate of 10%. The Canadians have literally struck a home goal here, an own goal. Shame on them.
Good news, though, is the Toronto Blue Jays are in the World Series, and the series is tied 1-1. Michael, your thoughts, though? I mean, the Canadians clearly wanted to capitalize on this audience watching the World Series and maybe try to strike a chord here, and it didn't work, though. It looks like it's backfiring. Your take?
I disagree with you, John. It worked perfectly. This is good cop, bad cop. Mark Carney, our Prime Minister, is not doing anything. Doug Ford, the Premier of Ontario, was the instigator here. He put the ad together. It achieved everything it was supposed to do. It did the heart tug to get Americans' attention through Ronald Reagan, mass distribution during the World Series, and then President Trump increasing the attention. And now tariffs are back in the mix. This is the machination of the Trump administration: tariffs on, tariffs off, push the bear, the ruggedness of it. In the end, we're going to have to do something about this. 76% of Canadians would rather pay more for their groceries to buy Canadian. 44% of them are already doing that. 26% of them are avoiding travel to the United States because they're afraid and because of the tariffs. Yeah. Not to mention, for a Canadian to buy an American dollar is $1.41 Canadian. So, I mean, there's a $10 billion effect on the automotive industry in the United States, and an $80 billion to the small business people in the States overall. And last point is the consumer research says, coffee is up 41% in the States, lettuce is up 21%, steak is 20%, and a $208 increase per month for groceries in the United States. We're both feeling it. I think Canada is way closer to a depression or a recession. So we've got to get something done. But I think the ad did exactly what it was supposed to do. It poked the bear back.
Hilary, back to you. Did it have the effect that Michael's talking about? I mean, will now Trump be back at the bargaining table even though he's slapped this tariff on?
Well, we don't need them like they need us. So, like I said, 3/4 of their exports come to the U.S. We don't really need the Canadians. So, no, I don't think President Trump actually has to do anything. And one of the reasons he's obviously in Asia right now is to strengthen some alliances there. I think that ad actually was very detrimental. They should be our closest ally. They were geographically our closest. I think it was silly. I think it's actually good, to Michael's point, that it did not come from Mark Carney. It came from this Premier Doug Ford from Ontario. But I think it's literally going to hurt Canadians. And who is he there to support, to provide for, and to represent? He's there to represent Ontario, and I don't think he did them any good.
Michael, last question: are the Jays going to win the World Series?
It's going to come to the 7th game. We're tied 1-1. Dodgers have great pitching. So does the Jays. The bookmakers in Vegas, and I was a Vegas guy for a long time, say it's the Dodgers. But I'm a Jays fan. It's 92-93 since the last one.
Hillary, who are you rooting for?
I don't watch any of that. I'm off to golf.
Okay. Right on. Thank you so much, Hillary, Michael, and Siobhan. We appreciate it. All right, let's bring back our special guest here,